Husband and wife can't agree over a move to Australia. Wanted Down Under tries to help them decide in 45 minutes here on BBC Two.
Here are today's team of 9 contestants preparing for the show. Only one of them will go home with the prize money of up to £10,000. The others will leave with nothing, as their teammates vote them the weakest link.
Welcome to the weakest link. Any of the 9 people in the studio here today could win up to £10,000. They don't know each other, however. If they want the prize money, they'll have to work as a team. But 8 of them will leave with nothing, as round by round we lose the player voted the weakest link. Let's meet the team.
My name is Lynn, I'm 46 and I'm a housewife from Guildford.
I'm Barry from a village called Roggett in Monmouthshire. I'm 40 years of age and I'm a technical manager in a theatre.
I'm Pat, I'm 62, a retired teacher from Spondon near Derby.
I'm Steve, I'm 28 and I'm an engineer from Yeovil.
My name is Jane, I'm 42, I'm a police officer from Roos in the Vale of Glamorgan.
I'm Ian, I'm 39, I'm an IT specialist from Portsmouth.
I'm Tony, I'm 52, from Hallavington in Wiltshire. I'm currently a taxi driver.
My name is Lorraine, I'm 32, I'm a housing officer from Islington, North London.
I'm Paul, I'm 19 years old, I'm a student and I'm from Rochdale.
Now the rules. In each round the aim is to answer enough questions correctly to reach your £1,000 target within the time limit. The fastest way is to create a chain of 9 correct answers. Get your question wrong, then you break the chain and you lose all the money in that chain. But if you say bank before the question is asked, the money is safe. However, you start a new chain from scratch. Remember, at the end of the round, only money that has been banked can be taken forward. In round 1, there are 3 minutes on the clock. We'll start with the person whose name is first alphabetically. That's you, Barry. Let's play the weakest link. The first question is for £20. Start the clock. Barry, in the human body, what name is given to the hinge joint between the lower thigh and the lower leg?
Knee.
Correct. Pat, what was the surname of David and Elizabeth who designed Princess Diana's wedding dress?
Emmanuel.
Correct. Steve, the 50th anniversary of what historic event was celebrated in Hyde Park in May 1995?
PE Day.
Correct. Jane,
Bank.
which period of prehistory is distinguished technologically by the use of iron?
Iron Age.
Correct. Ian, what T is the famous river that runs through London?
Thames.
Correct. Tony, with which sport would you associate Graham Hick?
Show jumping.
Cricket. Lorraine,
Bank.
what C is a parlour game in which people attempt to guess a word or phrase that is acted out through mime?
Pass.
Charades. Paul, in the UK, does the M62 motorway cross the Pennines or the Cotswolds?
The Pennines.
Correct. Lynn, in San Francisco, is it illegal to smoke at work?
Yes.
Correct. Barry, in Celtic Arthurian legend, what A is known as the land of the apples?
Pass.
Avalon. Pat, a patriarchy is the name given to a society in which women are dominated by whom?
Pass.
Men. Steve, in classical music, what is the lowest sounding string on a violin, the C string or the G string?
G string.
Correct. Jane, hydrated iron oxide is an orange-brown deposit found on iron and steel. What is it more commonly known as?
Rust.
Correct. Ian, in the 1935 Alfred Hitchcock film, how many steps were in the title? 12, 28 or 39?
39.
Correct. Tony,
Bang.
in food, what F is a long, slender smoked sausage with a very soft, fine texture?
Could you repeat that?
In food, what F is a long, slender smoked sausage with a very soft, fine texture?
Frankfurter.
Correct. Lorraine, in US currency, how many cents are there in a nickel?
5.
Correct. Paul,
Bank.
in what year did James Watson and Francis Crick work out the structure of DNA? 1953 or 1973?
1953.
Correct. Lynn, in medicine, what I is an injection that causes immunity by inducing a mild form of a disease?
Inoculation.
Correct. Barry, an asp is a type of venomous what?
Snake.
Correct. Pat, Which classic children's stories are set in the Ashdown Forest?
Children of the New Forest.
Winnie the Pooh. Steve, what V is the name often given to a country house in Italy or the south of France?
Villa.
Correct, Jane. Which of these cities is furthest from London by plane, Manila or Kingston, Jamaica?
Manila.
Correct, Ian. The duet I Know Him So Well was a UK #1 hit for Barbara Dixon and which other singer? Elaine Page. Tony, what is the name given to a means of sending or receiving text between computers attached to the internet?
Email.
Correct, Lorraine. Which star of silent film comedies was known as the Great Stone Face?
Buster Keaton.
Correct, Paul.
Bank.
In which year did gramophone records made of shellac first go on sale in Europe, 1901 or 1912? Time is up. The correct answer is 1901. And after all that work, you banked a disappointing £450, who is not up to the level of the rest of the team, who is too slow to stay. One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
The statistics show that Jane is the strongest player, while the weakest link is Pat. But at this early stage of the game, will the team have picked up on this? And how will the voting go?
OK, voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Steve.
Tony.
Lorraine.
Pat.
Lorraine.
Pat.
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 Ian, why Pat?
She had a couple of questions wrong right at the beginning. That just sort of stuck in my mind.
Did it? Did it stick in your mind that you had a question wrong?
The last one, yes. I remember Elaine Page.
Too late to remember Elaine Page now. Lorraine, why Pat?
She got a couple of questions wrong and hesitated on the ones she did answer.
Right. Pat, what do you do?
I'm retired.
Are you? Before you retired?
I was a teacher.
Right, so you've never heard of Winnie the Pooh?
I have, and I realised afterwards that I said the wrong thing. But too late.
Too late. Statistically, you're the worst player. With 5 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I'm gutted, but it's a game and somebody's got to go off first, and unfortunately it was me. I was really cross about getting the Winnie the Pooh question wrong because I did know the answer to it, but for the slip of the moment it had gone. Lorraine may be voted off next because she got her first question wrong. She might be the next one to go.
Round 2, and of the £1,000 you could have won, you managed to bank only 450, so we're not reeling with amazement at your brain power. 8 of you left. We are now taking 10 seconds off the clock. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Jane. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Jane, in education, whose interests does the NUS represent?
National Union of Students.
Correct. Ian, in sport, how many balls are used in a game of billiards?
3.
Correct. Tony, in music, what is the name of the 3-sided metal instrument that is struck with a metal stick to give a tinkling sound?
Triangle.
Correct. Lorraine, according to the proverb, there's no what like the present.
There's no time like the present.
Correct. Paul,
Bank.
in the USA, does Logan International Airport serve Baltimore or Boston?
Boston.
Correct. Lynn, how many countries joined the European Monetary Union when it was first launched in 1999? 9, 10 or 11?
9.
11. Barry, what was the name of the string-vested Glaswegian character played by comedian Gregor Fisher?
Pass.
Rabsy Nesbitt. Steve, was the designer Yves Saint Laurent born in Algeria or South Africa?
Algeria.
Correct. Jane, in literature, which John was poet laureate before Ted Hughes?
Betterman.
Correct. Ian, if a recipe for ice cream states that 1/4 of the ingredients should be milk, what is this in decimal form?
0.25.
Correct. Tony, in history, Old Noll and Copper Nose were among the nicknames of which Lord Protector?
Oliver Cromwell.
Correct. Lorraine, in the animal kingdom, which sea is a bird that has the same name as the sound of its 2-note call and is known for laying its eggs in other birds' nests?
Cuckoo.
Correct. Paul.
Bank.
What name is used for the imaginary line around the Earth which divides it into the northern and
Equator.
southern? Correct. Lynn, what A is a fossilised tree resin used to make jewellery?
Amber.
Correct. Barry.
Bank.
Does Queen Elizabeth II hold a driving licence?
No.
Yes. Steve, For which religion is the Quran the scripture?
Islam.
Correct, Jane. American Bobby Fischer defeated Boris Spassky to become which Games world champion in 1972?
Chess.
Correct, Ian. The present London Bridge was completed in which century, 19th or 20th?
19th.
20th. Tony, in literature, was Our Mutual Friend the first or last novel that Charles Dickens completed?
Last.
Correct, Lorraine. In art, was Anthony van Dyck court painter to Charles I or George IV?
George IV.
Charles I. Paul, which Hollywood actor starred in both The Perfect Storm and Oh Brother, Where Art Thou in 2000?
George Clooney.
Correct, Lynn. What word can describe both the basket of a hot air balloon and a boat associated with Venice?
Gondola.
Correct,
Bank.
Barry. In food, which of the following is a root vegetable, parsnip or kale?
Parsnip.
Correct, Steve.
Bank.
According to the lyric of a Beatles song, what was the occupation of lovely Rita?
It's a meter maid.
Correct,
Bank.
Jane. Agoraphobia is a fear of what?
Open spaces.
Correct, Ian.
Bank.
In medicine, what S is a drug used to calm and relieve anxiety and tension?
Sedative.
Correct, Tony. In Time is up. I cannot complete that question. And in that round, you did slightly better, team. You have clearly woken up. You won £660. You could, of course, have won another £1,000. Who is now looking very slow and stupid compared to the rest of the team? Who can't hack it? Who are you dying to vote off? One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
For the second time, Jane is the strongest link statistically. Having answered only one question correctly, the weakest link is Barry. But will the votes follow the facts?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Barry.
Lorraine.
Barry.
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 Lynn.
Barry.
Steve, why Barry?
I think it's just unfortunate. I don't think there were many questions wrong in that round, and Barry got 2 of them.
Right.
It's bad luck.
Lynn, why Barry?
Well, I was reluctant to get rid of him because he's standing next to me, but he did get 2 questions wrong.
No time for sensitivity on this game, Lynn. Barry, you'll never forget whether the Queen has a driving licence, will you?
No, she's never driven anywhere, has she? Well, it's a fair guess.
Well, statistically, it was a pretty rotten guess because it made you the worst player. And with 6 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I was just really expected to be voted off that time because I knew I had a bad round and I was gutted that I got the questions wrong, but you know, if I'd have survived that, I thought I may have gone all the way. I'm not sure who will be voted off next. Possibly the 2 people I've voted for so far are Tony and Lorraine, and maybe it'll be one of them, but at the moment they're all pretty close.
Round 3, and of the £2,000 you could have won by now, you have banked 1,110. 7 of you left. We are taking another 10 seconds off the clock. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Jane. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Jane, in TV, name the drama series centering on the firefighters of Blue Watch based at Blackpool Station.
London's Burning.
Correct, Ian. In education, for what do the letters GCSE stand?
General Certificate of Secondary Education.
Correct, Tony. Before the First World War, which country was the main car producer in Europe, Britain or France?
France.
Correct, Lorraine. What was the nationality of the novelist Virginia Woolf, American or English?
American.
English. Paul. In the Bible, who were Adam and Eve's first 2 sons?
Pass.
Cain and Abel. Lynn, in maths, how many square inches are there in a square foot?
24.
144. Steve, in which English city would you find the Bullring Market?
Birmingham.
Correct, Jane. In the animal kingdom, do naked mole rats have hair?
Yes.
No. Ian, in football, which Scottish team won 9 league championships in a row between 1989 and 1997?
Rangers.
Correct, Tony. Who launched the first disposable razor blade in 1901? King Camp Gillette or Frederick Remington?
Gillette.
Correct, Lorraine. In poetry, what does Keats describe as the season of mists and mellow fruitfulness?
Autumn.
Correct, Paul.
Bank.
In America, what type of sport is played at the Wrigley Field in Chicago and the Camden Yards in Baltimore?
American football.
Baseball. Lynn, what S is the Greek dramatist who wrote the famous play Oedipus Rex?
Sophocles.
Correct, Steve. What is the more common name for the caudal fin of a fish?
Dorsal fin.
Tail. Jane. In architecture, is the chevron decoration characteristic of Norman or Renaissance architecture?
Renaissance.
Norman. Ian, what was the name of the Scarecrow character played by John Pertwee in the TV series of the same
Wurzel
name?
Gummidge.
Correct, Tony. By what name is the central solid layer of the Earth beneath the crust and mantle known?
Magma.
The core. Lorraine. Did Benjamin Britten compose the opera Owen Wingrave for radio or television?
For radio.
Television. Paul. Which island in the United Kingdom is divided into two districts, Medina and South White?
Pass.
Isle of Wight. Lynn. With which style of music would you associate Garth Brooks, country and western or hip-hop?
Country and western.
Correct, Steve. Genoa and Battenberg are both types of which food?
Cake.
Correct,
Bank.
Jane. The Surrey with the fringe on top is a song from which musical?
Oklahoma.
Correct,
Bank.
Ian. In what year did Germany withdraw from the League of Nations, 1933 or 1938?
1933.
Correct, Tony. In the animal kingdom, is the salamander found only in very arid or very damp places?
Arid.
Damp. Lorraine. Which K is an Israeli collective settlement, usually agricultural but sometimes industrial? Time is up. The correct answer was kibbutz. You bank team, an embarrassing, a pitiful £170. Whose brain is not up to the job in hand? Who shouldn't be playing with grown-ups? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Ian is now the strongest link, as he was the only player to answer all his questions correctly. Paul is the weakest link, having answered all his questions incorrectly. But who will the team choose to vote off?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link. Paul.
Paul.
Tony.
Lorraine.
Paul.
Paul.
Tony.
Lorraine. Why Paul?
Because him being next to me, I've noticed him getting a lot of questions wrong.
All right. Tony, why Paul?
Because I was aware of him getting slightly more wrong than I did.
Right. Paul, you're a student, are you?
I am.
What are you studying?
Music management.
Are you?
I am.
So that doesn't involve general knowledge of any kind, clearly?
No, I failed that at GCSE level.
Well, you can go home now.
Thank you.
Statistically, you were the worst player. And with 4 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I feel pretty gutted about being voted off in the last round because I did so well in the other 2 rounds. I banked the most money by far. It was the strongest link, and I'm shocked more than anything. The walk of shame wasn't that bad actually because I didn't have far to go because I was on the end. It was quite good for me because I could turn my back on the rest of the team, and it was good because I enjoyed walking past Dan Robinson. It was a delight.
Round 4. In the bank so far, £1,280 out of potential prize money of £3,000. 6 of you left. We are taking another 10 seconds off the clock. You now have only 2.5 minutes. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Ian. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Ian, was the author of the children's novel The Borrowers male or female?
Male.
Female. Tony, in politics, is socialism described as being left or right wing?
Left.
Correct. Lorraine, in Britain there are 2 types of horse racing, national hunt racing and what?
Pass.
Flat racing. Lynn, in humans are the incisor teeth at the front or the back of the mouth?
The back.
The front. Steve, in biology, is maltose a sugar or an enzyme?
Sugar.
Correct. Jane, vehicles from which country display the letter IS to identify their nationality?
Istanbul.
Iceland. Ian, in correct spelling, if someone is lying on the floor, are they lying, L-Y-I-N-G, or L-I-E-I-N-G?
L-I-E-N-G.
Wrong, L-Y-I-N-G. Tony, what long-running TV game show has been presented by Larry Gayson, Bruce Forsyth and Jim Davidson?
Generation Game.
Correct. Lorraine, in physics, what E describes an object's ability to return to its original shape after being stretched?
Elasticity.
Correct. Lynn, in theatre, which M is the French actor mostly associated with the art of mime?
I don't know.
Marcel Marceau. Steve, which TV chef is the drummer with rock band Scarlet Division?
Pass.
Jamie Oliver. Jane, in which sport associated with country house lawns is the Mac Robinson Shield competed for by Australia, Great Britain and New Zealand?
Croquet.
Correct. Ian, what A is the envelope of gases which surrounds the Earth or any other celestial body?
Atmosphere.
Correct. Tony, in medicine, what H is the name given to a condition of excessive activity in young children?
Hyperthyroidism.
Hyperactivity. Lorraine, is the fashion designer Gaultier's first name Jean-Paul or Pierre?
Jean-Paul.
Correct. Lynn, in the animal kingdom, a hinny is the offspring of a male horse and a female what?
Donkey.
Correct. Steve.
Bang.
Was Hemingway's novel For Whom the Bell Tolls set during the Spanish or American Civil
Spanish.
War? Correct. Jane.
Bank.
What N is a type of lighting often used on advertising signs and was invented by Georges Claude in 1910?
Neon.
Correct.
Bank.
Ian. Was the actress Elizabeth Taylor born in England or America?
England.
Correct. Tony.
Bank.
In history, Greece overthrew the rule of which country in the late 1820s?
Turkey.
Correct. Lorraine, who played a slave called Lurkio in the 1970s TV sitcom
Frankie
Uptown
Howard.
Five? That is the correct answer. And this time, you went completely downhill. You banked only £110. Whose memory is too poor to remain on the team? Whose knowledge is not great enough to stay? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
The statistics show that Tony is now the strongest player, while the weakest link is Lynn, who answered only one question correctly. But will the other players have picked up on this?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Tony.
Lynn.
Lorraine.
Lynn.
Steve.
Steve.
We have a tie team. Lynn and Steve have 2 votes each. Steve, why did you vote for Lynn?
I just think she got a couple wrong.
She got one more wrong than you did.
Yeah.
Tony, why Steve?
I felt he got more wrong and deserved to be voted out.
Right.
I was probably wrong.
You were? Because statistically, the weakest link was Lynn. As the strongest link, you can decide who to get rid of, Steve or Lynn, and you can change your mind if you wish.
I made the decision, I'll stick to it. On Steve.
Steve, you weren't the weakest link statistically, but Tony wants you off. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Oh, I was very disappointed to be voted off in that round. I wasn't the weakest link, and I don't think I was the weakest player left in there. I'm annoyed with Tony because he had the chance to change his decision, and he didn't, even when he was told I wasn't the weakest link. Maybe he feels I was more of a threat, I don't know. I think Lynn will be voted off next, because she was the weakest link in the last round.
Round 5, and out of the £4,000 you could have won by now, you have struggled and got just 1,390. 5 of you left, another 10 seconds coming off the clock. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Tony. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Tony, what H describes a small settlement or village, usually without a church?
Hamlet.
Correct. Lorraine. In music, who was the lead singer in the groups The Jam and the Style Council?
Paul Weller.
Correct. Lynn. In food, bird's eye and jalapeno are varieties of which vegetable?
Pea.
Chili. Jane. In religion, what T describes the portable sanctuary carried by the Israelites during their period in the wilderness?
What portable, sorry?
What portable sanctuary?
Tabernacle.
Correct. Ian. Which famous actress played Dr. Chase Meridian in the 1995 film Batman Forever?
Kim Basinger.
Nicole Kidman. Tony. In history, which ancient British queen destroyed London and Colchester before supposedly killing herself?
Boudica.
Correct. Lorraine. For which political party was Ken Livingstone elected MP for Brent East in 1987?
Labour.
Correct. Lynn. In which sport does the top player in Europe receive the Ballon d'Or award?
I don't know.
Football. Jane. In the UK, which form of transport is monitored by the CAA?
Flying.
Air travel. I'll accept. Ian. In music, in which religion is the shofar a wind instrument made of a ram's horn used?
Judaism.
Correct. Tony. In science, from which mineral is iron extracted?
Iron ore.
Correct. Lorraine. In sport, which Dutch footballer has managed both Chelsea and Newcastle United?
Bullet.
Correct. Lynn. In America, what kind of organisation is the Teamsters?
I don't know.
Trade union. Jane. Which film director writes a regular restaurant column for the Sunday Times?
Winner.
Correct. Ian. In food, what Q is the name of a fresh curd cheese popular in Germany?
Pass.
The answer's quark. Tony. In religion, what does the word Islam mean in Arabic?
Love of Allah.
Submission. Lorraine. Commonly used for electrical fittings, Bakelite was the first synthetic type of what?
Plastic.
Correct. Lynn. In the housing market, what is the difference between the value of the property and the amount outstanding on any loan secured against it? Time is up. The correct answer was equity, and you really excelled yourself in that round, team. Having got rid of 4 allegedly weaker links, you managed to bank the magnificent sum of £20. But who is the worst among you? Who is even dimmer than the rest? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
For the first time, Lorraine is the strongest player, having answered all of her questions correctly. For the second time, Lynn is the weakest link. Can she survive another vote?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Lorraine.
Lynn.
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 Right, team. In case you hadn't noticed, the fewer you are, the worse you are. Jane, why Lynn?
I think she got the most questions wrong, and she certainly lost us the most money.
She's the only person who banked, however. Ian, why Lynn?
Same reasons. There's lots of questions wrong, and we were up to 200 and didn't bank.
Lynn, you banked £20. On the other hand, you lost the team £300. With 4 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I'm just so annoyed with myself. I knew it was a terrible round, and I really felt that it was me against the rest of them because they were all over the other side. So it was awful having to face them. I think they're all going to start getting a bit worried now because I think Jane's doing really well, and they might want to get rid of her.
Round 6, you've won £1,410. You could by now have won £5,000. 4 of you left. We are cutting another 10 seconds from your time. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Lorraine. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Lorraine, in the TV series The Young Ones, who played the Eastern European landlord Jerzy Balowski?
Pass.
Alexei Sale. Jane, what type of creature is an adversate?
A duck.
A bird. Ian, in science, what R is another name for vitamin A?
Riboflavin.
Retinol. Tony, Burt Lancaster, Deborah Kerr and Frank Sinatra starred in which Oscar-winning film based on a James Jones novel?
From Here to Eternity.
Correct. Lorraine, in sport, what is the colour of the blazer given to the winner of the Golf US Masters?
Red.
Green. Jane, in UK politics, for what do the initials the SDLP stand?
Social Democratic Liberal Party.
Social Democratic and Labour Party. Ian, in which year was The Muppet Show first broadcast in Britain?
1981.
1976. Tony, in mythology, was Mithras the Persian god of light or darkness?
Darkness.
Light. Lorraine, which Italian artist was named after his father's profession of a dyer?
Michelangelo.
Tintoretto. Jane. Which British queen died in 1714 and was the last of the Stuart sovereigns?
Queen Anne.
Correct. Ian. Which author wrote the children's classic The Enchanted Castle?
E. Nesbit.
Edith Nesbit. Correct. Tony. In 1986, actors Tom Berenger and Charlie Sheen starred in which Oscar-winning Oliver Stone film?
Born on the 4th of July.
Platoon. Lorraine.
Bang.
Stag, wasp and golden spider, all types of which insect?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Stag, wasp and golden spider are all types of which insect?
Ant.
Beetle. Jane. In pop music, who had a top 10 hit with Sledgehammer in 1986?
Peter Gabriel.
Correct.
Bang.
Ian. In the human body, which organ receives all the products of food absorption and controls their storage and release?
Liver.
Correct. Tony. In TV, Troy Tempest was a character in which 1960s puppet programme?
Thunderbirds.
Stingray. Lorraine. What is the name of the railway which links Moscow to Vladivostok?
The Great Russian.
Trans-Siberian Railway. Jane. Discovered by Abdul... Time is up. And in that round, you banked a magnificent £20. Is there any hope? Who is perhaps even more hopeless than the other three? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
In a dramatic reversal of fortune, Lorraine is now the weakest link, having answered none of her questions correctly. For the second time, Ian is the strongest link. But who will lose out in the voting?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Lorraine.
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 Ian.
Jane. Why Lorraine?
I think she got the most wrong.
You didn't do very well, did you?
Not particularly.
Tony. Why Lorraine?
Couldn't vote for myself.
Right. You were nearly as bad as she was.
I know.
Lorraine, when you're good, you're very, very good. And when you're bad, you're completely terrible. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I feel awful. I thought either I would go out first or be right in there to the last round. I think Ian will be voted off in the next round because out of the three of them, he is the weaker person. Jane's quite strong. Even though she had a couple of bad rounds, I think she'll do it.
Round 7. Team, you have £1,430 out of the 6,000 you could have won by now. 3 of you left, another 10 seconds off the clock. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Ian. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Ian, what T is a Japanese name for a colossal ocean wave caused by movements of the sea floor?
Tsunami.
Correct. Tony. What animated series of the 1960s and 70s did Nigel Planer revive and add new narration to in 1992?
I don't know.
The Magic Roundabout. Jane. In theatre, which Norwegian dramatist is known for his social dramas and symbolic plays about modern life?
Bergman.
Henrik Ibsen. Ian. In sport, which Czech-born tennis player partnered Pam Shriver to win 5 Wimbledon's ladies' doubles titles between 1981?
Navratilova.
Correct. Tony. With which country would you associate the ancient civilization, the Toltecs?
Don't know.
Mexico. Jane. In film, who directed the 1979 film Apocalypse Now?
Pass.
Francis Ford Coppola. Ian. Tony Blair was elected to represent which parliamentary constituency in County Durham in 1983?
Huntingdon.
Sedgefield. Tony. Complete the title of this novel by Arundhati Roy, which won the Booker Prize in 1997. The God of what?
All things.
Small things. Jane. If there are 36 biscuits in a packet, how many numerically would be left if a third had been eaten?
24.
Correct.
Bang.
Ian. The 2.5-mile Freedom Trail is found in which historic US city of New England?
Pennsylvania.
Boston. Tony. Name one of the 2 sports that made up a biathlon.
Shooting.
Yes, or skiing. Jane. In which century did the artist Sir John Everett Millais paint?
18th.
19th. Ian. In biology, what M describes a change in the genetic material of an organism which can result in an altered physical characteristic?
Mutation.
Correct. Tony. What is the principal colour of the Turkish flag?
Red.
Correct.
Bang.
Jane. In theatre, in which year of the 1960s was the Royal Shakespeare Company formed?
66.
1961. Ian, in pop music, what instrument? Time is up. I cannot complete the question. And in that round, you managed to bank a pathetic £90. Now, in round 8, you get the chance to treble what you bank. That means in the next round, there's £3,000 to be won. The question is, who is least likely of 3 remarkably slow-thinking people to do well? What a decision. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
For the third time, Ian is the strongest link. Jane is the weakest link in this round, but overall, she has been the strongest player. At this crucial stage of the game, how will the voting go?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Tony.
Jane.
Jane.
Ian. What an interesting decision.
It was just a pure toss-up, and I think Tony's probably the stronger of the two. for the last round.
Really? You haven't voted off the person who is the biggest challenge to Ian, have you?
I don't think so.
Tony?
Ian was the best in that round, so he should stay on, and that only, I'm afraid, leaves Jane.
Yeah.
Despite, I think our performance was about the same.
Jane, statistically, in that round, you're the worst player. It could be that you are among cowards. It wouldn't be for me to say. With 2 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Goodbye. I was very pleased to reach this stage. I just didn't want to be the first off, but having reached it, I'm quite disappointed I didn't get through to the final. Probably a bit of tactical voting on the part of the men. I think Ian will win the game. He's come to the fore in the last few rounds. He's been the strongest link in a few of them. And Tony is very hesitant, although he will have more time to think about the questions. But I think Ian will come through.
Round 8, you've won £1,520 so far. By now you could have won £7,000. Ian and Tony, just the 2 of you left. You voted off the person who was the strongest link overall since the beginning of the game. That was a woman. If you wish to look pathetic and lacking in courage, that is your choice. You will share that with millions of viewers. This time you have only 90 seconds, but whatever you win in this round will be trebled and added to your total to make up your final prize money. £3,000 is at stake in this round. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Ian. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Ian, which Italian explorer went to China and became
Marco Polo.
Correct. Tony, in mythology, which beast was half lion, half eagle and is sometimes shown with a serpent's tail?
Griffith.
Correct. Ian, which author wrote the book Gone with the Wind, which was made into the 1939 film of the same name?
Don't know.
Margaret Mitchell. Tony, in which country was Marie Antoinette, wife of Louis XVI of France, born?
Austria.
Correct. Ian, what name is given to someone who is born without any pigment in their skin,
Albino.
hair and eyes? Correct. Tony, in US sports, for what do the initials MVP stand?
I don't know.
Most valuable player. Ian, what number is represented by a 1 followed by 9 zeros?
1 billion.
Correct. Tony, what stage musical did Robert Wise and Jerome Robbins direct for the cinema in 1961?
My Fair Lady.
West Side Story. Ian, in the animal kingdom, what type of animal is a hornbill?
A bird.
Correct. Tony,
Bank.
which comedian made his TV debut on Comedy Bandbox in the early 60s and has a daughter called Lisa?
Jimmy Tarbuck.
Correct. Ian, which American war was officially known as the War Between the States?
American Civil War.
Correct. Tony,
Bank.
which country hosted the 1994 Football World Cup finals?
France.
USA. Ian, name the lead singer of the British band Blur.
Damon Albarn.
Correct. Tony, an athlete ran the London Marathon in 6 hours. If the second time he ran it, his time was reduced by a third. What was his new time?
4 hours.
Correct.
Bank.
Ian, what ale is the German city? Time is up. I cannot complete the question, and you certainly didn't make it to £1,000, you 2 strong men. You only won 120. We'll treble that and add it to the winnings from the previous rounds. That means prize money today of £1,880. But only one of you can take that money away. You will now be playing against each other head-to-head. I'll ask alternate questions, best of 5. Whoever answers the most correctly wins. It's as simple as that. If there's a tie after 5, we'll go for sudden death until we have a winner. So, Ian and Tony for £1,880. Let's play the weakest link. Ian, as the strongest link in the last round, you have the choice of who goes first.
I'll go first.
Ian, in politics, what M is the name given to an official statement of intended policy issued by a political party?
White paper.
Correct answer is manifesto. Tony, in the animal kingdom, the widgeon is a member of which bird family?
Duck.
That is the correct answer. Ian, which Earl famously appeared on the British Army recruiting posters in the First World War?
Haig.
The correct answer is Kitchener. Tony, who was the young female presenter of the 1960s TV show Ready, Steady, Go?
Don't know.
The correct answer is Cathy McGowan. Ian, which Irish city's name originates from the Gaelic for black pool?
Belfast.
Correct answer is Dublin. Tony, in music, which contemporary composers' film scores include The Piano and The Draftsman's Contract?
Williams.
The correct answer is Michael Nyman. Ian, which ancient Egyptian god was the son of Isis and was often depicted as a falcon-headed man?
Horus.
That is the correct answer. Tony, which Iraqi-born British businessman and art collector has a gallery in St John's Wood, North London?
Saatchi. Charles Saatchi.
That is correct, Charles Saatchi. Ian, you need to answer this question correctly to stay in the game. What was invented by Dr. Sylvius in 1615 when he added oil of juniper to alcohol in an effort to create a medicine for kidney disorders?
Gin.
That is the correct answer. Tony, if you answer this question correctly, you have won. So for £1,880, Waverley was the first novel by which Scottish writer in 1814?
Sir Walter Scott.
That is the correct answer. That means, Tony, you are today's strongest link and you go away with £1,880. Ian, you leave with nothing. Join us again for the weakest link. Bye.
My plan was actually not to go out in the first round and, if at all possible, to last to the last 3. So to that end, I did achieve what I set out to do. To come so close and then to miss out is very disappointing.
I thoroughly enjoyed myself, but I think that the right man won in the end. Ian and I had a bit of a ding-dong, but although he was good, I was better.
Will a week in Melbourne help a couple agree on their future? Wanted Down Under's next on BBC Two.
4 races, 4 winners. After the most open start to a season in years, the stage is set for a thrilling Spanish Grand Prix.
It's good drama. Yeah, for you guys. Formula One is about pushing the boundaries.
He's off over the white line as well. Yes! The Spanish Grand Prix. Full live coverage starts Saturday from 12:10 on BBC TV, radio and online.
If a picture paints 1,000 words, can 1,000 notes paint a picture? A day devoted to music inspired by real people. Be they screen idols, royalty, presidents or dictators. Catch up with Portraits Day on the BBC Radio 3 website.